You are live on 98.9 Northwest FM. This is the Tuesday Review. I'm Nathan, as always, joined by James. How you going, James? What's made you happy in the last week?
I mean, Myth is finished, which hasn't made me happy, but I saw some great films, so I'll hopefully talk about those in the next couple of weeks.
Also joined by Callum. What's going on, Callum? What's made you happy in the last week?
The Lincoln Lawyer, I guess. I'm back on that train. Just got to try and get
The
through
show?
The show, yes, the show, correct. The Netflix original show. Because the third season's coming at some point, and I thought, I might as well. It's one of those times where you have to go to work, you have to go to bed early, but you don't have enough time to watch that film you want to watch. So it's like, well, I'll pop on TV instead. So that made me happy.
Also, quietly one of Netflix's best shows, I reckon.
It is quite strong, yeah.
As for me, what's made me happy is I went through my Gmail and deleted 22,000 emails today. It's one of those email addresses that you've always had, it's just been with you for a
Could
decade.
backfire.
It could backfire, but I was thinking there's nothing on there that I can't get back. I have all my passwords in like a password manager. I don't need anything here. So there you go. I did it. I pressed it. It's done, and I'm going to try and keep up to date with my email management going forward. But,
Congratulations.
It felt risky as I was doing it, but I'm glad I did it.
I would do it.
Also joined by Matt Mirams. How you going, Matt? What's made you happy in the last week?
My feature film residence was selected to be part of Monster Fest at Cinema Nova, which will be screening the 5th of October. So that made me pretty bloody happy.
Damn
Yep,
straight,
congratulations. We will be there.
Yes, phenomenal. No, it's good. I'll just keep pushing and pushing this film. A lot of indie filmmakers give up, but I'm just...
Well, this is it. We were talking before we went on air as well. This will be the first time that Residence is screened to a neutral audience, which is really exciting. So this is the first real screening, I guess, that's had for a wider kind of audience. Because it had one at the backlot, which wasn't... It's more of an insider kind of...
That was a lot
track.
of actor members. But also there's... we're screening the film on November the 1st for the Sydney Zombie Walk. So 10,000 zombies ascend on the streets of Sydney and go for a walk, and then they walk straight into a cinema and watch Residence. That is going to be phenomenal. I think it's like 700 seats or so.
Wow.
And because all the proceeds go to the kids with cancer, they've got a very long email list. So
people are going to be aware of the film.
Hell yeah. And we've got a couple more screenings, I think, after that, the Dendy in Sydney as well. And I'm talking to a place in Adelaide, Perth.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
How exciting! Well, look, at least we'll be at the one in Melbourne for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
We'll be in 4 separate corners of the audience, waiting for the Q&A with our fake predetermined
Audience
questions.
plants.
That's it, audience plants.
Dressed as gaffer tape man. Never seen the film before. Knows all the dialogue.
But so that's very exciting. So how did that come about? How quickly did Monster Fest move? Like, was it submitted and then accepted, or were you wait? Was it agonizing?
No, not at all. I think the notification date was the 5th of September, but they got back to me, I think probably a week and a half ago, and then we got the laurels, and that's why I chucked it up online. But no, I'm very, very happy to be part of it. I was there last year and saw a film that was produced by Adam LaRosa, who you boys know, which was incredible. So I was there last year and I loved it. And I love the Nova. I've been going to the Nova. Like, I grew up in Mount Eliza, so there was no independent cinemas down there. So we'd have to travel up to the Nova and see, 90s indie films like Dead Man or, Reservoir Dogs or, so-and-so. So it always has a special place in my heart. So it'll be emotional, I think, It's kind of, I remember seeing a film in 94 called The Making of And God Spoke. And I love this film. It was a mockumentary about a director and producer who say, you know what, every film, there's been something done for every film, but there hasn't been a film about the Bible. So they make this film about the Bible and Moses comes over the hill with the 10 Commandments and a slab of Coke. It's just, they're watching, wearing watches and stuff. So it's amazing. And I'm going, one day I'm going to have my film screened here. So come full circle. Anyway, I'll
That's
shut
awesome.
up.
No, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, Residence is a perfect fit for Monster Fest as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like made for Monster Fest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
why they got back to me so quickly.
Yeah.
They're like this meets our brief.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully, if you're listening, come to Monster Fest so you can then go re-listen to some of our old episodes about Resonance and maybe
they'll
have a
make
bit more
sense.
context.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The 5th of October, 2015.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
we'll
2:15
be
p.m.
we'll be shamelessly plugging.
2:15 p.m. Not a.m.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
don't
That's a
make
great
that
time
mistake.
too.
Yeah,
AM?
nice afternoon.
No, PM.
After
2:15
PM.
PM.
AM,
time.
AM would be good for the zombie walk.
Yeah.
It's all dark and
As long as they're all wearing high vis.
yeah.
Yeah,
With safety zombies.
that's it.
Yeah.
No, we'll shamelessly plug all this on the socials because
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
we're
thank you.
excited to go and maybe meet some cousins.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
We'll shamelessly hand out our little business cards.
Are you? Will you be the? Will you be present?
Me?
Yeah,
I would hope
from
so.
what-
I should. You know,
I know,
I've
I'm-
seen it.
he's
I've
seen it
seen
enough
already,
times.
yeah.
Is it just you, or will there be cast or crew? Or
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be me. It'll be a lot of the same people you saw last year.
Is there a Q&A or?
I think there is, yeah.
Okay, cool.
There was at Monster Fest when I went to see that film. Yeah, so
Yeah.
there should be, yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
So we'll be the guys asking the questions, being like, "But in scene one, it's like, you said
But
this,
you
and then
told
later
us."
on,
yeah, putting out continuity.
Looking
Yeah.
Steve.
you boys have to leave." We're like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Security.
yeah.
I'll call the gaffer tape man. he'll
Yeah,
throw you
that's
out.
it. No, not the gaffer tape. Yeah. But, all right, but so anything else
Oh,
going
Eric
on?
the Ball will be there.
Eric the Bald. Oh, very good.
Adam Rosa, yeah.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah.
Again, go back and listen to our interview with Adam Larosa. Very, very humble man, very good-natured man.
Yeah.
Anything else on the table for Resident so far, or is it just this concentrating on the screenings?
And I'm going to LA in January
Ooh.
for a
Ooh.
screening. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Oh,
That would be good.
I'll
Any-
message you
at
boys.
Kong's
and
Chinese
send you
Theatre.
pictures and stuff. So.
Yeah, send
A
us
screening
pictures.
for?
So-
Can you divulge?
Yeah. Why not? I've got no
For
secrets.
Spielberg?
So, my soundy on Residence. So he went over there and he rang me and he goes, "I'm such a dickhead. I forgot to tell you, my sister organises screenings for Australian films." And I thought, what the fuck did you
How
tell
do
me
you
earlier?
how do you forget to tell me that?
And he goes, "Do you want to show Residence?" I said, "Yeah." Yeah. He goes, "Okay, we're doing it in January." He's already told his sister and everything, but she
That's
organises Netflix and all these.
Oh
company
wow.
stuff.
That would be great.
Fuck yeah.
Shutter would be a good fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember we were talking after James and Cena. I'm pretty sure we were like, "This is a Shutter movie." I don't mean that in like, you know what I mean. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's like the perfect.
The audience for it.
Yeah.
That's why I think Monster Fest will be good too because
People have the right frame of mind for Resonance if they've gone to
Correct.
Monster Fest already. They're
Yeah.
in that
In
genre,
that space.
in that
Yep.
space.
it's like they're perfect.
If you want the schlock horror, you got some schlock horror, you got some comedy, you got the
You got to look at the website. I've sent you the link, and you'll see what other films are in there.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
year.
Well, last year I saw the Emu War, which was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Which was like a Aussie like comedy.
Based on a real war too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dane Simpson, who played the desk sergeant. The one
Oh,
who
yes.
kisses a zombie.
Yeah.
He's in Emu War.
Yeah. So that was really good. So I think Residence has that same sort of, and hopefully like, Umbrella gets on board. Hint, hint. If you're
I just-
listening.
It does make me laugh. We have all of these Australian boutique kind of distribution labels, and
Yeah.
no one's interested. Not even.
Contacted them all, even Umbrella.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, once you go to LA and
That's
maybe you'll
it,
get.
yeah, yeah.
What is it? It's tall poppy syndrome.
You
You'll,
know-
you'll
yeah,
make
yeah.
it big in America, and then they'll be like, "He was here first."
don't
I'm like,
know.
"Was he?"
That is so true.
Yeah.
Another indie filmmaker, sorry, Joe.
No.
Just actually said he made this film 7 years ago, and he just got it onto Binge, I think. And he just said, "Look, once America sort of
Everyone in
I think
Australia
we
will want
spoke
you.
about
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say. I'm like, I
Yeah.
think we spoke about this where it's like sometimes you have to do well overseas before they take you seriously here, which is ridiculous.
The parable of
'Cause
Nick
it's like-
Cave.
Yeah, it's the old Nick
Exact
Cave
same thing.
conundrum.
Yeah, it's like you're from here, so we should be celebrating and pushing up here, and then
But no, Residence
But
has to
no.
make it big in America first, then
Yeah.
it can make it big here.
It's ridiculous.
Or whatever.
And then you'll get all these hipsters being like, I liked it
That's
before I
it.
went to
We'll
America.
be smug.
And then
we're-
We'll be smug
Mirams
sitting
will be
here
like,
excuse
Matt
me.
Mirams like, you're a
Yeah.
liar.
Yeah. Well, we're the ultimate hipsters because we saw it before, so we can claim that, and no one else can claim that.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Mhm.
I know you boys have, been huge supporters, and I'll never forget it.
No, we
He says that,
appreciate-
and then 15 years when he's like having lunch with Spielberg,
Yeah.
people are like, I don't
Just
know.
reviews on the phone.
I'm busy.
Yeah, so that's exciting. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be good.
Full steam
Hopefully, LA still exists in
ahead.
January.
Oh yeah, that's just another issue. The world's
Yeah.
heading in a dark place at the
Yeah.
moment, so that's why you need to support your local community radio station.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's not get bogged down in all the politics. We'll
Mhm.
move on in something funny.
I just wanted to say before we move on, last time you came on, I wasn't here, but you guys talk about Supanova.
Yeah.
But that was before Supanova happened, I'm sure.
It was after.
Really?
Yeah. Wasn't it?
Because
So,
I'm
mm.
100% sure you guys. I wasn't there, to be fair.
No, this is
I'm
a
100% sure.
Bandstand Bears situation because
Yeah.
I'm actually leaning towards James's side of the story here because
Yeah, because I'm sure you guys were we were promoting it on the show, saying it's coming
Correct.
up at the end of
I know-
June.
I know Matt left us like a voicemail with how it went, but I don't know. I
sorry.
don't know.
Yeah,
if
you're
we,
absolutely right then.
I
Yeah.
don't know if we talked about.
We
it.
didn't talk
Yeah.
about it on the
Yeah.
show.
But we heard from Matt, but not on.
You're
I just-
absolutely right.
I just wanted to because we talked about it, but yeah, how did it go? Like the Q&A and the what was the reaction like?
Well, first of all, I've never been to anything like that at Comic-Con.
Mm.
And
lot of
it's
people?
nuts. Oh,
Yeah.
it's
lot
nuts.
of costumes.
Incredible. Hats off to him.
how
The amount
many
of
people?
work.
How many people do you reckon were there? Like, was
I
it like
stopped counting.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, so
Because
many.
it's
After
like not as
15, I
not
just
as
thought
much-
this-
not as many as
Lazy.
PAX, but like the comic. How many people were at the Melbourne
Sydney,
Comic Con?
no, this is Sydney Supernova.
Sydney,
Yeah.
but it's
So-
bigger than the
Oh,
Melbourne
that'll be
one.
But
pretty
yeah, the
big.
Sydney's the biggest one because
Yeah.
that's where it started.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Sydney
yeah.
Supernova is bigger than our Melbourne equivalent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the Supernova here is
Yeah.
bigger than the Comic Con here. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
assuming
Yeah,
Sydney
yeah.
Supernova is even
I thought they
bigger.
were like equivalent.
No, I
Sorry.
assume it'd be even
No,
bigger.
So we spent the day, me and Luke Benson and Harry, and Jeanette was there, and we were handing out, flyers to people. Just hey, come and see the panel and everything. And then we came across this guy dressed up as a Starship Trooper.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we were chatting to him, and he said, "Oh, I've got a friend. I was volunteering for the Sydney Zombie Walk last year, and that's how we made that contact. So it's good to just chat to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Nice.
The panel went really well. We got up there and we were backstage, and it was
And you
really
you,
exciting.
You showed the trailer as well.
we showed the trailer.
And is the
Yeah.
trailer available?
It's on
Yeah,
YouTube
Yeah,
now.
yeah, really. Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the reaction like to the trailer? Like, were people kind of just like in shock? Were they like?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got everyone excited.
That's awesome.
good.
It was probably half full, which was great.
Yeah. For
we
the
had
size of the venue and the amount of people there, that's a good turnout.
Very
yeah,
Because you're also fighting people's attention is being like.
Oh
you know,
yeah.
Yeah, especially
like you have to fight
'cause
for people's
we've
attention.
talked about it with like PAX and stuff. It's like people go and instead of seeking out the interesting indie stuff, they go to like the Disney thing, and it's like, why are you wasting your time? You know where the Disney thing is all the time. It's available all the time, everywhere. So
So
just go to
having a half full panel at
It's
one of
pretty
these
good.
conventions,
and
then
it was at 4:30 as well.
Yeah.
So not
Later.
the best time of the day because a lot of people are starting to leave at about 4.
Yeah.
But I just got word today that Adelaide's first because we're going to be doing Supernova, Adelaide and Brisbane.
And is this a screenings or just a trailer?
This is panel.
Oh, panel.
Yeah, but I'm going to show a scene at both of them. But we're on during the day, like
Okay.
about 2. So
That's a good
that's
time.
better.
Yeah.
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 But yeah,
When are those later this year or next year?
no, this year, October, and then Brisbane's early November.
Nice.
Yeah,
Excellent.
or the 7th or 8th, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
So busy boy.
yeah. This, yeah.
Yeah, good. That's good. No, that's actually a pretty good turnout for a convention panel at 4:30 in the afternoon to have it half full when everyone's tired and they're got other things going
As
on.
convention goers ourselves, we usually we're usually getting food or starting to. We're at like that.
Callum's already fallen asleep.
Yeah, we're all half dead. We're all half dead by 4:30.
Then we get that 6 p.m. second wind sometimes, and we keep going. But it's an awkward time.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you had a good time.
But it was great.
Supernova, yeah.
Oh, it was.
And you've never done anything like that before.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's
not
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
That you'll see with it's the same with Monster Fest and Zombie Walker. It's like these are your people, I think, because you got comedy and you got horror, like.
Yeah, it's kind of that,
like
but it's also that kind of that Kevin Smith View Askew universe kind of heightened, a bit silly comedy that it's that the nerds appreciate.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's,
you've already got that world you can
the
expand
geeky comedy.
upon. Yeah.
I will do well.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a good time.
I'm getting new T-shirts done, and posters, everything. Yeah.
Nice.
We got it classified as well.
Yeah, so it got rated.
That's a struggle.
MA. Yeah.
But MA's a good rating.
Without burning any bridges, can you talk about that process?
No.
Did you have to take anything out? Like what? Like
no,
because the version we've seen, is it different than the version we've seen?
No. So what I did was I had to go through it, and they wanted me to mark every death scene, every gory, There's only.
Oh, so they don't even watch
I
it.
think they say the F word 3
So
times, but it's so gory. Like going through it, I'm going, this is shocking. I never really realised.
You just realised what you've done.
Yeah,
what you've done.
I was ashamed.
What kind of what kind of sick man?
I'm sick.
What kind of person makes a movie like this?
But that's good. That's we've talked about before with censorship and stuff and classification. It's like it's silly. Like you need the context for the impact of the content. So just you going, here's where the swearing is, here's where the sex is, here's where the violence is, and them going, okay, tick, 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 tick the boxes, and then they give you the results. It's like this stupid.
Unless you're Spielberg, then you just get the automatic PG.
Well, yeah,
yeah,
because
you've got a big studio, you have the special badge,
big studio, and you got a big name, yeah. But yeah, it is silly, but yeah. Well, that's good. At least now when you can put it out, properly. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Okay, not really.
Okay.
So I paid $900 for like charity screenings. So it was $3,000 to classify your film, and that's like a big cinema release.
Okay.
This is $900, and they classify it and they say, okay, it's for DVD sales and charity screenings.
What?
That
Surely
sounds.
So it's not classified once and it's done. It's classified for specific purposes.
Yes.
That's kind of weird.
That sounds very capitalist, Matt.
Yeah.
Does it at least transfer over, or do you have to do the whole work again?
Probably have to do it all again.
And pay again, probably.
Well, that's if we get a distribution company, then it's
that's true.
Yeah, that's their
part.
I can see why you didn't want to talk about it. I'm getting mad, and I haven't even been. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is, especially for indie filmmakers who haven't.
Yeah,
it's hard to get $900.
Yeah.
For what? So they can tick a few boxes saying
they could read my notes.
Yeah, read your exactly.
I bet they didn't see the film.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's weird.
It's ridiculous.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well. At least the ball is rolling.
Yes.
Continuing to roll. And you are Sisyphus pushing and you never give up. But unlike Sisyphus, you'll actually make it and end up pushing it to the other side.
Yes.
Is there a analogy? The train that could. Maybe that's a better analogy. You know?
Mm-hmm.
There's a success at the end, I'm saying. Whereas Sisyphus is like he never achieves.
I think the success is that we actually made it. We actually produced the film.
That's true.
It is, because that was a massive hurdle.
That's true. Yeah. The fact that you got it made is a miracle in itself.
Yeah. I think I explained everything. Like working 7 days, all that sort of stuff, and
well, now you can
breakdowns
get some of the fruits of the labor, and you're showing it at Monster Fest and taking it around the country.
Then that's it.
And you know what? You never know. You never know.
Yeah. And you go to LA.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You never know.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
I showed my movie in America. There you go. That's exciting in itself. Anyway, I wonder
yes,
if
it is 100%.
Yeah.
I have thought about that.
Yeah.
Go on. Yeah.
I wonder if we have to get permission from the Nova to film. If we take some footage and interview people.
We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
I can find
Better
out.
to beg
I'll
for
find
forgiveness than us.
Yeah, well, that's true. We'll do it
Yeah.
anyway. But we'll try and be friends.
We'll figure
Yeah.
it out.
I think it'll be all right.
It
But
should-
I'll
yeah.
find
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
I'll,
we'll
I'll do
figure
that.
it
No,
out
that's
before.
not. That was just
Yeah.
that was just a fluff thought that came into my brain unbidden. I guess we'll move on. Have we got anything else on Residence?
I've got a note here that I wrote down when you were going to come on the show last time, but then I couldn't be on that show.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this note means.
Okay.
So I hope you know what it means. Because there's a reason I wrote it down. I wrote Matt Mirams, Dad's Video Store.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can you talk about what that is? Because I wrote it down for a reason. Because
Dad
I
had a
wanted
video
to talk.
store in the 80s. You know.
That's
Yeah.
you probably mentioned it, and then we moved on and we didn't talk about it. And I was like, we have to talk about that. So I wrote it down, but I couldn't remember. Can you talk about that?
Yeah.
Growing up, because you said you were far away from cinemas, but you
Well, we had Frankston Cinema.
Okay.
You know, but there were
no indie cinemas.
Indie,
films.
okay. Yeah.
Like they're the ones you want to see.
Yeah.
But God, he had everything in that store. But he was such a bad parent that he would let us watch anything we wanted.
I don't know. I think that's a good parent.
But I think that was more the 80s too.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of like parents would go, you know, if you're going to go, then come back, you know, when the street lights get turned on, and then, you know, you can watch something, but, you know, anything. Horrors, all the Friday the 13th.
Nice.
Everything. A lot of foreign films. It was just like, gimme.
That's educational.
Mhm.
Yeah, incredibly.
It's a thing. Video stores are interesting because it's like, that's my dream job, but because the industry no longer exists, I can never have it. It's not something. It's not like I can work so hard that I can achieve it. It doesn't exist anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's a curse to be our generation is a curse because you have witnessed something that you can no longer return to.
Yeah, we had the video stores. And
That was my work. My work experience was Blockbuster Video, and I loved every minute of it. And I can never go back there again.
My brother, I don't know why he did this. Maybe it's because my dad had a video store with VHSs. When, like, 15 years ago, when they were getting rid of all the VHSs, he was buying all of them. And now his bedroom's kind of like those rows, you know.
Did we ever tell you the story about that time we went to one of the non-Blockbuster?
Was it a Video Easy?
It was a video store in Sunbury that was closing down.
It was Sunshine.
Yeah. And we went there and they're like, you know, trying to sell off all their Blu-rays and DVDs and whatnot. And for $5, we bought a gigantic theatrical poster of J. Edgar with
just
Leonardo
because
DiCaprio.
we could.
No, the others didn't want me to buy it. They're like, "How are we going to fit it in the car?"
Also, out of all the movies,
it was the big marquee banners, the ones that are like actually huge.
It was like 20 feet. It was huge. It was huge.
I don't know what happened to it.
It was in the garage for a while, and then we just kind of binned it. We just put it in like a tip.
Leo's gigantic face.
Yeah, we did.
You just go to the tip and you see Leo's head.
$5.
Yeah, it was massive. We really shouldn't have bought it. I don't know how we got it home. There you go. Because it was like rolled up and like it's broken out the window of the car. Like J.A. go flying in the wind. Anyway. Yeah, video stores.
Good times.
Good times.
Kevin Smith created his whole career based on that.
He did. Yeah, at least he made the 4:30 movie.
Yeah, that's a beautiful film.
Well, that's kind of him coming back around.
Yeah.
I listened to that episode.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Did you like it?
I remember seeing Clerks for the first time back in '94 and just going, "Oh my fucking god!"
That would have been amazing.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's what Kevin
Yeah.
Smith does. He's,
Yeah.
you know, it was, but that was such a good movie, Clerks, and then Chasing Amy, incredible.
His early run.
Yeah, he's early. Yeah, those two I love.
Well, the reason I
Can't
like the
beat them.
4:30 movie is because Clerks 3 was so dark. It was awfully sad, and
that's true.
I think he's a talented guy, but I think his talent dipped for a long time. And I feel like the 4:30 movie was the old Kevin emerging again.
Well, look, we've had this conversation on that episode, but I feel like it was the sober Kevin making a movie for a while.
Yeah, correct. He wasn't. There was not that marijuana lens that he was writing through.
Yeah, he was a bit scared making a movie again because he was present.
Yeah.
According to him in interviews, he was like sober and that scared him making a movie because he wasn't just kind of rolling with the good times. He was like, oh no, what am I doing? I'm actually thinking about things.
Yeah.
So he was scared while making a movie, a bit intimidated by the process.
I love that film though.
In a way that made it a better movie, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
It's hopeful. There's love in it. Like there wasn't love as such in Clerks 3. There was just
Clerks 3
Yeah,
was
there were
just-
other feelings.
He was just
yeah.
working through some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen his An Evening with Kevin Smith?
Which one? The
No. So 20 years ago, he started going around all the universities and doing talks. And there's The Evening with Kevin Smith 1 and 2. I highly recommend you watch them.
I think so.
I would
Incredible.
have seen
He
those,
also
yeah.
wrote-
They're all his stories.
Yeah, he
Mm.
also had a book
Yeah.
that was similar as well, where it had like
Yeah.
anecdotes in it.
Yeah.
We've seen Nathan and me went and saw him live when he came here. That was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he answered what? Oh, years ago.
Oh,
Years
this
and
was like
years ago.
2013?
I don't know.
2013?
Yeah, it was years and years and years ago. He was at,
2014?
I
Was
would
it
have seen him.
you were there?
No, I would have.
Yeah,
I didn't
he
know
was
that.
He was at the Palais. I think it was at the Palais.
Yeah, it was at the Palais. Yeah, and we were the first people to buy tickets.
Yeah, we bought him straight. We got the first. We got seats 1 and 2,
Yeah.
and we were right up the top. We got a good view, and
The
he answered
balcony.
like one question, and then it was just like stories and ran. Just one thing led to another, and
He only answered one question.
Yeah, but it was like you ask him a question.
he
Oh,
took
then-
questions from the
oh, yeah,
audience,
yeah.
and
Go
then
on
yeah,
and on
yeah,
and on,
See
yeah.
you evening with.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
and then at the end he's like, "Sorry, so I answered that question." And then he went, "Let's have a question." He's like,
Yeah.
"Like time's up, but I hope you had a good night." And everyone cheered and was like, "Yeah, you get it." And then he hung around like afterwards all night, like signing.
Jason Mewes,
Yeah, he was there.
he was there.
Yeah, they were both there. And yeah, like Kevin Smith and they hung out all night, like signing autographs and taking photos.
Us being
and
dummies
talking
went
to
straight
people
home.
And yeah, but like we probably had.
I listened to his podcast. I mean, I listened to Smodcasts ever since episode 1, and then Hollywood Babylon.
Yep.
With Ralph Garman. I love that. And now, yeah, you think he's pulled back away from it a bit. But anyway,
Yeah.
big
Look,
fan.
I do want to get to talk about some of the Naked Guns tonight, but
Yes.
before we get there, we're going to go to a very quick break, and we'll be back right after these quick messages. You are back on the Tuesday Review live on 98.9 Northwest FM. Moving along a little bit, we did have a movie to talk about tonight, one we're very excited for, which was the new Naked Gun film. As big fans of the originals, this was kind of quietly my most anticipated movie of the year, one of them, because this is a gap in the kind of cinema landscape that we've had for quite a while, the kind of the silly comedy, the comedy that is like just kind of just more about the gags and the kind of the visual gags and joke a minute type of comedy.
Yeah,
Like,
visual gags are something they don't really do that much anymore. Now there's lots of
Yeah.
sarcastic comedy. That's like the thing, and also raunchy comedy is like the thing to go to.
and comedies are weirdly just becoming Marvel movies, and like you got that whole thing, and people are like, "But this isn't like a Marvel movie." I'm like, "No, it's not. Yeah, it's not supposed to be." The
Yeah.
old Zucker Abrams kind of Zucker comedy.
Yeah, but we've been talking recently, with Happy Gilmore and stuff. It's like they used to make theatrically released mid-budget like comedies. You go to the cinema to watch a comedy, whereas that's kind of not a thing anymore.
Yeah, now it's streaming releases a lot.
Yeah,
lot of
and
the time.
even those streaming release movies, they're like dramedies, or the humor, like you said, it's more skewed to like a Marvel-esque type of, jokes. And I guess people go, because superhero movies are the only movies out now, and kids movies, like animated movies, I guess that's where people go for their comedy. But yeah, there hasn't been a lot of sort of theatrically released big comedies anymore, and especially not one like the spoof type movies like Naked Gun and those kind of Flying High, Airplane, those kind of
it's a shame Alan's not here
Yeah,
because he watched the originals for the first time last week.
Oh, really?
And he was telling us he was traveling interstate for work, and he was watching them on the plane, almost dying, watching these on his tablet on the way back.
it's funny because he likes Family Guy, and like it's one of those things where Seth MacFarlane, who produces the new film,
Yeah.
there would not be a Family Guy without The Naked Gun or Airplane or like these types of movies, like the Mel Brooks inspired or Nathan was saying like the Zucker inspired films. So it's like I guess he's seeing the source
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
we were talking about the original one. He was sitting right there. I don't know what he was thinking, but I remember I was sort of doing the top 5 lines or something.
Yeah,
but he'd never seen it, and he couldn't.
Wow.
He couldn't believe it. He was dying. Even in the cinema watching the new one, he was dying. He was wheezing.
It's
he
the same.
Yeah.
Was again the same with like Happy Gilmore. It's
Yeah.
like this is a movie Alan would love, and he did. And same with Naked Gun. It's like this is up his alley. Like it's that kind of silly humor. It's not worried about being realistic or having a point. It's just make you laugh.
Like in the new one, there's a scene with a snowman, and I thought Alan was going to pass out.
That was gold.
Like he couldn't handle it.
Yeah, that might be the best part of the movie.
And it's like I would have loved to have heard from him, like his experience going into this genre of movies, kind of fresh. But it's something we desperately need at the cinemas now more than ever.
Yeah, I mean, we had like spoof movies kind of died out in early mid-2000s because you had the scary movies, and then they oversaturated it,
and they got terrible too.
Yeah, with like Meet the Spartans and like disaster
epic
movie, superhero movie. Like there were so many, and like
and the quality got worse.
Yes. Yeah. So and that just kind of, and then like by 2015, 16, like mainstream theatrical comedies just were starting to die out. Like Will Ferrell movies weren't really a thing anymore, and they weren't really releasing stuff anymore. So it was like we were cautiously optimistic about the new one.
The new trailer, it was like the first trailer was fine, but I knew I had more positive feelings when I saw that kind of sponsor a comedy, go see a comedy,
the
kind
PSA.
of the PSA ripoff trailer.
Oh yeah.
Where it's Liam Neeson in the suit and he's like, go see a comedy movie today, like the old kind of sponsor a child today. A child gets goes hungry every week, like the old kind of ads. And this one was like, a movie goes unwatched in theaters every week. Go sponsor a comedy today. I'm like, yes.
They were definitely pushing hard with this. It's like, please come and see this movie because it has to do well because these movies don't get made anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Akiva Schaffer has a good track record with these kinds of movies too.
Well, that's one of the things that made me optimistic about the new one is that...
Is it Pop Stars Never Stop,
Pop
Never
Star,
Stopping?
Never Stop, Never Stopping. He did Hot Rod.
Hot Rod's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, so funny. So funny. And, they're he's part of the Lonely Island Boys. So it's like that, like those credentials is like, okay, this could be really good. I think Liam Neeson was a good idea. A lot of people were...
I was talking with someone at work about this, and they're like, yeah, but Liam Neeson wasn't funny. And I'm like, but that's the point.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain...
You play the straight man in the crazy world, so everything achieves a ridiculousness.
Also, I was trying to explain that to one of my coworkers. I'm like, yeah, but that's the point. The old movies, Leslie Nielsen isn't the
he's
funny
not in on the joke.
He's not. That's what makes it
They're
funny.
playing it seriously. Yeah. Well, I mean...
So, can I just say...
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Liam Neeson in Life's Too Short, the Ricky Gervais series. He was funny in that.
Yeah.
And he was in Ted too.
Yeah.
He's
in A Million Ways to Die.
Yeah, and he has the Irish accent.
That's
He's the Irish cowboy.
Yeah.
And that was the one stipulation.
But even then, like, the whole point is you get a serious actor to play the role seriously, and the comedy comes from how absurd it is.
Well, Leslie Nielsen was in the Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah.
And
he was the captain in Forbidden Planet.
That wasn't a comedy. And Liam Neeson was in Schindler's List, which wasn't a comedy either.
No.
At all. I didn't laugh once.
I don't know. The girl in the red dress, she was hilarious.
Oh, my God. You're absolutely right. There she's there again. Oh, my God.
Like Leslie Nielsen, I guess he already had Airplane, but before that, he was more of a serious actor. Yeah. So that was his... But even that, like, he's playing it seriously in that movie. Like, he's not hamming it up.
Yeah.
And that's why... Yeah, deadpan. It, works really well.
But, and that also works well for the type of comedy. Like, I'm glad they used the same kind of jokes in this movie too. Like, there's a scene, not spoiling anything, but there's a scene where, like, they're talking to Liam Neeson's Frank Drebin Jr. and, was the victim drunk, as in just says drunk, and Leslie Nielsen's character, Liam Neeson's character just says, just enough to wake me up in the morning. Yeah. Like, that kind of just rolling with the not understanding the context of the sentences. Is just
the bad guy offers him a cigar and says cigar and goes, yes, it appears so. Like,
That's straight out
just-
of Police Squad.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
like
it's
those
those
kinds of
those kinds of rolling, not understanding context jokes.
yeah,
like-
without and you're not winking at the audience all
Yeah.
the time. That's
Yeah, it's just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will say, like, no one's ever going to come close to Leslie Nielsen. He was
No,
the
yeah.
greatest. But I think Liam Neeson was fine.
yeah. He did the role pretty well.
Yeah, it made sense. But yeah, I mean, Nathan rewatched the original trilogy a while ago and talked about it when Matt was on last time. I rewatched it again recently as well.
Is the watch order still 1, 3, 2 in terms of
yeah,
greatness?
the ranking order.
Yeah.
So if you go online, the main consensus seems to be first one's the best, then the second one, then the third one. Me and
Disagree.
Nathan were in agreement that it goes 1, 3, 2 because 2 is great. I mean, 2 is still amazing.
They're all good. Yeah.
Yeah, but 2's there's a few like longer gaps between like hilarious gags. It's a bit slower, a bit clunkier. Whereas 3 is just like the opening scene of 3 is the best opening for the whole franchise, and the amount of jokes. I think if you had like a way to
clicker.
like a clicker or something
Yeah.
like to measure it, like it's every like the jokes per minute is so high in the third one. It's just so good. So yeah, I think 1, 3, 2 would be the ranking for us.
I think including the new one, I'd probably put it at 1, 3, 4, 2.
No, I'd say the originals are still better than
You
the new
reckon?
one. Yeah, I mean, you guys like the new one a bit more than me. I had my problems with it.
It's not a perfect film, but I like the originals are better than the new one. But I think that the new one's important because it's like, you know, when an ecosystem's dying out and like they'll send like wolves in or whatever to like rejuvenate the environment.
Wow.
That's what this film is, where it's like a forgotten medium. So I feel like this film is great because it's something that didn't exist anymore. The previous film that I can think of that got a theatrical release like this was A Million Ways to Die in the West.
That was over 10 years ago.
And you know, also a great film.
I don't
I
remember.
love it.
Look,
think
I
it's
watched
great.
when I was watching the Blu-rays, you know, like the stack.
Yeah.
I remember laughing my ass off. Like there's just random jokes,
Yeah.
like you know, the Naked Gun films and so on. So I think that this film's great because it shows that they're interested in bringing this to audiences once again, and they're pushing it.
It scratches an itch.
Yeah.
That we do need
yeah.
more than ever.
But also, I think I was talking to one of you guys after we saw the new movie, and I was like, okay, great, this one's out. I would like a return of the genre, not necessarily a return of the franchise.
Yeah.
Like they're doing a new scary movie,
Right.
and it's like, okay, this is just typical Hollywood cash grab. Like you've got the IP, you've got the brand recognition, just redoing it. It's like we need original comedies that are like this, that are in the same vein. But of course, that's risky now because they don't spend money. Hollywood studios don't spend money on movies like that.
Also, on that point, I was really surprised with the amount of practical effects in this movie. I was expecting more CG. Or maybe it was just CG that I didn't notice.
Yeah, there is some dodgy CG, but nothing too egregious. There's some good practical stuff. But this is something we were discussing on the show, you know, recently, and I've talked about a lot on the show, is just the way they shoot modern movies now is very drab and boring, flat and digital.
That's not colourful enough,
Yeah, and it's just like there's not a lot of depth, and it just, you watch the original movies and they're just, you know, they're not Godfather levels of cinematography, but they're like, they look like real movies, and they have like depth and texture, and the gags work because you can see what's going on, and there's, you know, the depth of the frame and the way you know, I mean, it's kind of just shot like Police Squad, like it's not amazing cinematography or anything, but it's like that's how the jokes work. And there were times in the new one where it was just like close up shot, reverse shot, and I'm like, this doesn't work for the comedy. Not only does it look boring and ugly, it doesn't work for the comedy either. There are a lot of gags where I was like, oh, they should have shot that from a better angle, lit that better, it would have been funnier. So I mean, I'm, you know me, I'm a stickler for filmmaking and the way that, you know, like even in the original when, you know, he there's a bit where he parks his car, like, you know how he always crashes his car?
He parks his car,
quote unquote. You know, every time he parks, quote unquote, he crashes. There's a bit where he crashes in front of the police station, and he gets out, and the airbag goes off, and he gets out of the car, and the airbag pushes the parking brake, and so the car's like rolling down the hill towards him. So he thinks someone's stolen his car, so he starts shooting at the car while it's like rolling down the hill, and it explodes, and then it's like going towards a crowd of people, and they all jump out of the way, and then it's on fire, and it's like going down the road and around the corner. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, just very simple, practical, but yeah, like there's nothing as simple but yet effective as that in the new movie. Even like the end of the first movie, you know, the baseball game, or the end of the third movie with the Oscars ceremony, the Academy Awards ceremony, like they're the huge set pieces with all these people and explosions and like shootouts and things going on. Whereas this new one, it was like the ending was definitely more not as impressive or not as grand and not as...
Playing devil's advocate as well, though, they might have been like being a bit like, it's not, they don't have necessarily the resources to do something that big. Like,
but that's the thing, is like they're both like, this is like a mid-budget movie, and the original was a mid-budget movie. But the way they make movies now, and the way they put their money and resources is so different. So it's just, that's what...
If we get a sequel, then maybe we can see some bigger stuff out of it. If this does well, we might get kind of...
But it's like I said, it's like, I'd watch another one of these, but it's like, I want the return of the genre. I want the return of mainstream comedies, and not just doing the same franchise over and over again. And I also want them to put in the money and the resources into making these theatrical comedies, and not just...
Well, guys, we talked about this the other week with what Jackie Chan said about making movies. They're not concerned about the art anymore. They just want their money back. They just want a return on investment. True. That's all they care about.
Anyway, Matt, you had some things you wanted to talk about. Sorry.
No. All right, I'm just going to quickly do a bit of a backstory on how this 2025 Naked Gun came to be. 2009, there was a cancelled sequel with Leslie Nielsen called The Naked Gun, What For? The Rhythm of Evil. And that kind of didn't happen because Leslie Nielsen died, and unless they want to do a Weekend at Bernie's kind of...
Now that's comedy.
Actually, it would have been funny. I remember this one in 2013, Ed Helms was going to do a reboot. And
I don't think that would have worked.
Although they did Vacation instead.
That's very different, though.
Yeah, but that's different. He's playing a very different character. You know.
So they tried rebooting the franchise with Ed Helms cast as Frank Drebin, introducing himself as no relation. I kind of like that.
That's kind of fun. That's kind of funny.
In 2017, Zucker and Prof, so the Zucker brothers from the original films, had an attempt to pen a new version. The Naked Gun 444 and a quarter, and it's dubbed Nordberg Did It.
That's gold.
Yeah. And then in 2021, Seth MacFarlane was hired by Paramount to develop the project, and he had previously floated the idea of casting Liam Neeson as Frank Drebin Jr., but he had him in the Million Ways to Die and Ted.
He was on the Orville as well, I think.
Yeah,
cameo. Yeah,
I think they're friends.
He's worked. Yeah.
And then in October 22, then it was officially greenlit with Akiva Schaffer hired to direct. But yeah, that's what I've got to say about that. Yeah.
So it's a typical sort of trying to get the sequel, like development hell for years. So in that case, the result we got is pretty good.
I think it's one of those things where Seth MacFarlane respects the genre, he respects the franchise, he respects the...
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, maybe in my headcanon, he was being like, no, we're not going to rush it. Like, he seems to have been relatively involved.
But he didn't come on till
No.
later. Like I'm talking about, after the third one in the mid 90s, and then you've got decades of like, oh, let's try to do another one. Let's try to do a reboot. Usually that either never happens or it eventually does happen and it's garbage.
Well, the one they were going to do, I think with the one with Leslie Nielsen they were going to do was going to be a straight-to-DVD movie, which would have been terrible probably.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
The 2009 one.
Yeah. So that would have been a bit...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think considering all things considered, it came out pretty well at the end.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the strongest parts is the fact that like the casting is good in this one. Whereas like you were saying when you mentioned Ed Helms, my initial reaction was like cringe. Not because Ed Helms isn't a good actor; he can do comedy very well. But it's just like imagining him in that role. It just the pieces just don't quite fit together.
You need that very straight man energy, and Ed Helms has that kind of maybe a little bit. And people associate him with a more wacky comedy.
Yeah, and you need like a gruff policeman type who you could envision in a serious cop movie, which Leslie Nielsen again was like in that kind of vein. George Kennedy,
George Kennedy.
Like they were casting people who fit that role. So Liam Neeson makes sense this time around because it's like, especially, because a lot of younger people know him from Taken and stuff. So it's like, oh, that's the serious guy who could play a detective.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Also, Pamela Anderson was really good.
Well, that's another thing I was going to
ask you that.
The chemistry is really good in this film.
I said to James, we're in the middle of a Pamela Andersonitis.
Yeah, Renaissance.
So I haven't seen The Last Showgirl yet, but I'm looking forward to
I still haven't seen it yet,
but it gets good.
Apparently, this is her sort of comeback, if you can call it that. But yeah, I think she's good, but also like she could have easily been in the originals. Like you can see her in the originals in the 90s. Like, she has that same energy that Priscilla Presley does in the originals.
She fits the role really well.
Yeah,
and she kind of performs really like there's we'll call it a singing number scene.
Yeah, we won't go.
I won't spoil it, but which is amazing.
Really good.
Really good. She she gives it a roll. It's a good time.
And I don't know if this is just them hyping up the film, but apparently her and Liam Neeson are an item now.
That's what I've heard.
Apparently they're dating.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just the marketing.
Yeah.
Like, cause on the press tour,
look into it.
Yeah, on the press tour, they're all like flirty.
Yeah.
And it's like, is this just marketing? Are they just friends having fun, or is it? Look,
if it is real, good for Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
this shows how good the script was.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, good on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the chemistry works in the movie as well, and the comedy between them works.
Yeah.
It's really well.
Okay.
Spill the tea, Matt.
They are no longer together, but there was a breakup.
Oh, come on.
The movie just came out.
That's when the breakup
could they
happened.
could they have not wait until the movie's out of
There
cinemas?
might be a sequel. They need to.
They need to reconcile.
They were officially dating.
It is doing quite well. When I had a look,
Hang on, now they are. Oh, I don't know
who knows.
No, okay, they were together at the start of August, and 19 hours ago they're no longer together.
Oh, we got the Tuesday review scoop.
That's it.
Last Tuesday they were together. This Tuesday.
We'll keep our audience updated next.
We got the exclusive.
No, but apparently the movie's doing quite well. When I had a look. I had a look
Sunday.
I was
looking it up.
Tell you?
Yeah, how's
I've
the movie
got
looking?
IMDb Pro.
I had the article somewhere. Yeah, it's like the biggest opening out of all the movies, but that doesn't really mean anything more because we were talking about inflation. Now every movie is the biggest, so that
which
doesn't
is obviously
really,
not true. But
that doesn't really count. I don't think it's doing massive, but it's doing.
I think on the Wikipedia when I had a look on Sunday after we'd seen it, it was like it cost 45 or something million.
Is it profitable?
Yeah, and it made like 75.
Worldwide,
worldwide.
So
87 million.
Okay, there you go.
Respectable.
Yeah,
but it's still going.
Yeah. So it's doing well. So we might see some more success.
I've heard reviews of like people I follow, American critics and stuff, who have said the sessions they went to were full of people and the audience reaction was really good. Unfortunately, the session we went to was pretty not empty but spotty. Like a few people off the back.
So it's a comedy, right? we're the only ones laughing.
And we're like pissing ourselves.
yeah.
Really?
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we were laughing. Maybe there were people laughing, just not as loudly as us.
So I remember seeing the first Naked Gun in '88,
Oh wow!
and everyone was laughing.
yeah, not
Yeah.
at
Like,
this
it
screening.
felt
But the
Great.
landscape has changed. So now
Yeah,
everyone's
that's
like,
true,
it's
yeah.
not an on-the-nose Deadpool-esque comedy joke. Am I supposed to laugh?
I guess
Like,
if you're not used to that
Yeah,
comedy,
that's true.
if you're not
Yeah.
used to that comedy, they're probably not gonna. There was
people are
a,
uncomfortable.
there was like some remark about can I do something, and he's like, why not? And then like it's like awkward. There's like an awkward pause. And then I'm like, we're all like laughing, but I guess the other people just didn't. Maybe they didn't pick it up properly. They're like, "What is this awful script?"
It's that media literacy thing where it's because it's so deadpan. Because Liam Neeson's not being wacky, are they just
Yeah.
assuming that he's not making a joke and they're just weirded out by it? Is
'Cause
there a
they're
little
not-
bit of that?
Because they're not repeating themselves
Yeah.
and winking at the audience
Yeah,
every
'cause-
5 seconds.
Because
Yeah.
it doesn't hold your hand. Like the joke's gone in a second and they're moving on. It's not repeated.
Maybe people are
again.
overwhelmed because they're not used to
Yeah,
that many
yeah.
jokes in a row.
That's also true.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe people come around to it. It seems to be doing well.
I
so
think you know how we've talked about this before. How it's like you used to have your theatrical run and then your home video run, whereas that doesn't really exist anymore. I think this would be a good movie for home video, but because of streaming, that's
Yeah.
taken over.
Yeah.
So I think this will do well on streaming, but
apparently
that
it's
doesn't
doing-
really mean a lot.
Again, with the not very long theatrical runs. I think the beginning of September this is going on video on demand.
I'll rewatch it when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
Which is like I feel like you need to give movies time. I mean, but even then, there's so many movies
There's too
coming
much,
out.
and they're expensive. We talked
That's
about
it.
this. It's like, why would you pay for you and your family $1 bajillion to go see Naked Gun when there's a new Marvel or a big sort of another
Tentpole,
spectacle tentpole movie coming out soon? So yeah, I can understand, and that's one of the reasons they don't make comedies like this
I
anymore.
will say we are slowly running out of time, but I will say for people, if you go and see this movie, please go and see it. Support your comedies. Wait until after the credits.
Yes,
Because there's
Also-
the credits gag, and then there's like jokes in the actual credits.
like the original, the actual credits themselves have jokes in them. So if you read the credits, which is good.
There'll be like set dressing, and it's like ranch,
yeah.
like mayonnaise. Like,
Can I just do a shout out?
Yeah.
Before, yeah,
Of course.
I'm doing a shout out to one of your biggest fans now that is starting from like doing the whole catalog, the back
Oh,
catalog.
no, please don't.
No,
Start in
he's loving it.
2023 at least.
No.
So,
Who is this person?
this is a shout out to Chris Alcoma, a talented musician, and his latest EP from the Trees just being released on Spotify.
Chris, I'm so sorry.
And Chris is also a massive movie nerd. Yeah.
Okay,
so
Shout out,
yeah.
Chris. We're
Yeah.
sorry.
oh, there you go. Shout out to Chris.
That's
We
awesome.
love you, Chris.
Yeah. Can I say one more thing two more things about Naked Gun? I think mostly it was really funny and I really liked it. But like I said, I had a problem with the filmmaking. And I think at the end it starts to drag and there's a bit of slump in the jokes. Also, one problem I had is in the original movies, you've got Frank Drebin, the main character, and then you've got like Ed, and then you've got like Nordberg. So there's like a bit more of a dynamic like between the cop characters and the investigation.
That's true.
This one has their own, we
have those character types.
Paul Walter Hauser plays Ed, Ed Jr.
Yeah, there's all juniors.
But there's no real Nordberg stand-in. There is one really good OJ joke, which is in the trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have liked that dynamic more because I think that works for the police squad type of
I think they
parody.
I think they decided to really lean in on the Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson kind of.
Yeah, but I mean,
angle
think of the
more.
original movies. You've got the Frank and Jane dynamic, and then you've also got the cops dynamic. So it's like you can have both, and you've got the villains, so you can have more than one thing.
Also, the villain was good.
Yeah,
I like the villain.
Danny
I liked it,
Houston's
and the
good.
plot device they used was funny too.
Yeah.
But,
There's I won't spoil the joke, but there's a funny joke with him at the end.
Yeah.
It's good overall. I enjoyed it, but yeah, I mean, you know me, I'm very critical of these kinds of things, especially when they're based on something I really love.
Yeah.
And especially when we live in such a cynical IP driven, algorithm, AI driven cinema landscape. This isn't not to say that this is the worst of that sort of genre of landscape, but it was good, but I had problems with it. But I enjoyed it. I think it's worth watching again. If you can, go to the movies and see it. So hopefully it does well, and then they'll make more of this.
I love that you boys went together and were pissing yourself laughing all the way through it.
Yeah. We always try and go together if we can.
Yeah.
But and me sitting next to Alum as Alum's just trying to stay alive through the movie.
He was wheezing. He was
as someone who's
chuckling and
new to the spoof movies. He was just struggling to exist.
We watched with. I'll end on this funny anecdote. He came over to our place and we watched Blazing Saddles for the first time. It's like he had a religious experience.
Yeah.
We still need to get him around Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. Did he see Airplane? Did we ever show him that?
I don't think so.
That's one he has to watch.
Anyway, we're all out of time for tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everyone. You can find us on these days. It's pretty sparse. We're on Instagram, Blue Sky. That's about it.
Yeah.
I think.
It's a jungle out there.
Yeah, it's a jungle out there. Contact us on Instagram or Blue Sky or Facebook. We're on all the listening platforms. Please rate us 5 stars, really helps.
Yep.
Subscribe to our YouTube.
Definitely, we're almost at 100 subscribers, so please subscribe to our YouTube. We hope to make it to 100 by the end of the year.
That's all we've got.
Matt, where can people find you?
Now?
Not physically,
not
physically on the earth right now. Online.
At Matt Mirams on Instagram. And www.residencethefilm.com.
Yes, come and see us and Matt at the screening at Monster Fest. We'll be there
October 5th.
Yeah.
On Sunday at 2:15 p.m.
We'll put the links in the description, and also we'll be promoting the heck out of this because this is really exciting, and we hope listeners finally get to see.
Yeah, and
Residence.
Matt will be in residence there.
Yeah.
Sick.
It's terrible.
Yes, well, we're not above bad jokes. Thanks, everyone. We'll be back next week. Adios, cousins.